Hello everyone, Ferb here, and welcome back to episode 3 of Factorio. In this episode, I think we'll focus a bit more on machines that make stuff for us, and also on research. So, if we go into our research, first off, we're going to want to get some... What do we want first? Do we want to go with military? Or do we want to go with electronics? We can do both, it's just that one's gonna take... Might as well get military done, so it is, done, and we can do the other one. Yeah, we'll do that first, and we're just gonna throw all of the science packs I've spent the last little bit working on between episodes. So, that should get us some military going. So also, I think I'm going to want to change this setup a tiny bit. So we're going to remove that, and remove that, and remove that, and remove that. And we're going to want to get some stuff set up. So first off, we've got a pipe here. I think if I go Shift 2, there we go, we get to that tab. Place that down first, and then place down our boiler. And we're going to throw down another boiler, or another couple boilers too. Let's grab about 3. So throw that down, that down, that down, and then throw our... What's here? What's in the way? Actually, I think I was just in the way. Yes, I am. Now that's in the way. We're just going to throw our engine down right there. There we go, and we just need to get coal into that now. And that's actually pretty easy to do if we just grab some inserters. Obviously we need power, so we're going to have to supply one of these with power first to get it to work properly. But if we do that, and then just have the conveyor belt come down and across, these should be able to pick up anything that we have. Just right there, and throw it right in. And this should superheat the water to the point where the steam engine produces a lot more power, hopefully. If it doesn't, then we'll split this off and we'll have 2 steam engines from these 4 boilers. I'm not sure what we need though exactly. So if we throw that there, and then we also hook it up there. Okay, so now we just need a bit of coal. So we pick some of that up and we just throw it in one of these. We should be getting some power. These are gonna go. Start filling it up. This thing is gonna start getting a lot of performance really quickly. And there we go. So it looks like with this many boilers we could have a second steam engine, and I think I'm going to do that. So if we get a second steam engine, this is just gonna be preparation for all the electricity we're going to use in the future. So that is something we're going to need to do. Okay. So we got another engine, so we're going to break one. We're going to need to break that. Throw one there. Throw one beside it. Great. That one needs to be removed. All the trees are in the way. Okay, and then we're just going to grab a few more pipes. Throw one there, there, and there. And now, if we hook this up to power, there we go. And now we should have a lot of power coming out. Yeah. Looks like that performance is going up, the available performance, which is good, because that means that we should be able to output a lot of power, which it looks like we are good to do. Sweet. Okay. So now that that is out of the way, we have a surplus of extra power, and it's set up in a way that looks actually kind of nice. We can just even add, so we can just extend this out and add more boilers and more steam engines if we need to in the future. So it looks like here we're almost done military. We got 2 more to go through, and then we should be good there. And we'll get some work done on military, and we will also start doing some automation. So, as soon as that's done, which it looks like it almost is, and there we go. And we're just going to select electronics next, and research that as well. So in terms of military, we have the submachine gun, which we're going to grab right away, which needs some more iron plates. So submachine gun, we're going to grab one of those. We don't need a shotgun right now. It's not really as cool as our submachine gun. So that's going to go into our second gun slot. Now, I need to quickly look up how to switch between them, but we could just switch our guns like that, but there is a way to toggle between which gun you're using, and I'm going to quickly go check that out. Okay, so the hotkey to switch between personal weapons is Q, but as you can see when we hit Q, which I'm doing right now, nothing happens, and that is because we need ammo in our second gun to be able to switch to it. So we're actually going to make our pistol our second gun, because, you know, might as well. We're going to grab a bit of regular ammo, and we're just going to make it. And it's going to start going into this slot. We'll throw some of it into our pistol. Throw about 4 or 5 into our pistol, and the rest will go into our submachine gun. And that's pretty cool. We're going to grab a radar, I think, too, which will just be made after it's finished making this. And I'll explain the radar in a bit, but the radar is pretty cool and will help us out in the future a lot. Well, not a lot, but like, it'll help out definitely. So, we're just going to wait for that to finish crafting and for our electronics to finish. And there we go, we got the radar, so we're going to place that down next to power. Probably right around here, looks good. And our radar, 1, is going to start scanning a sector on the map. So one of these blocks here, sort of like a chunk in Minecraft, it's going to start scanning, and it's going to scan, and it's going to show us what is in that sector. It's also going to use up a bit of power. As you can see, it's using the most of our power, like it's using 299 kilowatts, basically 300. And that's, you know, that's one of the reasons we got an upgraded power system. And as you can see, it's handling it pretty good. These are both at about half performance, so we might need to add another one at some point, but for now we look good. Down here we're doing good. Everything is looking good. Okay, so now we're just waiting for electronics to finish. Okay, so in terms of our new machine gun here, our submachine gun, if we were to shoot it at a tree, so let's test out, first off, the regular pistol. Shoot at a tree. Pretty slow. Submachine gun. Oh yeah. That thing's powerful, guys. Electronics are still going. It's going to be another 5, I'm guessing, before we are done. And that is good. Okay. Let's take a look at a newer item. Well, not newer to the game, but newer to us, called the assembling machine. So we're going to go and grab some iron, and we're going to make 2 of them for now. They take a second to make, just like a lot of the more advanced items. There we go. So we are going to place these down. Yeah, because what do we need? What do we need for making... We'll put those there. For making the science packs, we need a gear and a... So we need a gear and a copper plate. Okay, so that's iron and copper. So we'll start just... Probably should bring iron out of the chest first and bring it up. And same... Oh, there we go. Electronics is done. So what do we want to research next? So we can get going. Automation 2, because we can get the assembling machine 2, which can assemble more components, and I'll explain that in a second. Okay, so if we throw that, actually we want to put it like that probably. So if we put a machine right here, and go up, and we put another one down. Okay, so I'm going to explain this in 1 second, exactly what I'm doing, but for now we're just going to set some stuff up. We actually need another conveyor belt too. So if we throw that there, and we put that there, put that there, put that there, and put that there, and then connect all this up to power. We need a bit more power poles, and we should be good. Throw another one down here. There we go. So this is all hooked up to power now. We need actually one there, too. There we go. And we're going to get some iron plates going over here. So this thing isn't doing anything right now because we haven't chosen a recipe for this assembling machine to craft. So we're going to set that to be an iron gear because that is one of the components in making the Science Pack 1, which we are going to throw down. So we also need to add copper plates to that, so we're going to need some inserters and some more transport belts. So we're going to grab some more iron because iron is very important in the game if you haven't realized that yet. I'm just going to bring this on over. Actually, if we break that, that should feed it in good enough. Okay. And then throw that there. Okay, I thought I heard something, but it's just the claw going. Okay, so you need to... Okay, you aren't collecting that automatically, so I guess I'll do that. There we go. Good, this thing's going to craft, and it's going to create Science Pack 1s automatically for us, which is good. So we're going to throw down a chest also. I only crafted 5 of them, but that's okay. And there we go. So now we have automated crafting of Science Pack 1s, and we are only going to use this one slot so it doesn't waste all of our resources in crafting them. That is good though. So we now have our first automation system completed, which is what we need. Our next automation system, however, is going to be slightly more complicated. It's going to involve using or creating the Science Pack 2s, which require an inserter and a transport belt. The inserter is what makes this super hard to do, because the inserter requires 3 different items to be made in order to be crafted. And the thing is, our basic assembling machine can only support items that require up to 2 ingredients. That requires 3, which is why we need to research Automation 2 in order for this to work properly. So we are going to continue to research Automation 2, and in fact we might move our lab up here in a few minutes in order to get this going a little bit faster. As you can see, when one item finishes, it sort of just kicks off the whole machine and everything goes through and makes more and stuff. It's pretty cool to watch. It all just goes at the same time. Looks pretty cool. Our power is still doing good. Past 10 hours, we're still doing good. Everything looks good. So now I'm just going to wait for this to finish the science packs it's working on, and then I'm going to move the laboratory up there. Notice that the name changed from last time we looked at it because we moved it at one point. It used to be sitting right against the edge and we moved it over. I believe that's why it changed. So they don't retain the name, so if I was to break this and place it back down like I will in a minute, the name of the lab will be different. That's just one little visual thing that is kind of cool to know about. So if we place this down right there, we place another inserter right there. There we go. It's going to automatically fill up our lab with science packs, which is good. So now we have a completely automated science system if we want to do stuff that requires the red science packs. If something requires the green science packs, that is a little bit more complicated, like I said, and we're going to get into that in a little bit. Also note that on the map, we are definitely learning more about the area around us. Like, all these pink spots are petroleum that we can get to. So I believe over here was one of them. Yeah. So we can get to these, and later on we can harvest these and get some gas and other fuel instead of using coal, which is pretty cool, honestly, because then we will be able to run on a more efficient fuel source. Obviously that's in quite a bit, like it's going to be a lot later in the future, but for now what we're looking at is pretty good. And I think we're pretty much done the episode, and between episodes I'm just going to wait for this lab, and actually I should add a second lab to get this thing to go faster. Maybe even 2 more. Yeah, so what we'll do next episode is set up a bit of a lab station, which I'll explain more in next episode, but it will allow us to do our research a lot faster, and we'll also probably start working on a system to put the green or the science pack 2s and create those and do research with them, because that again is a little bit more complicated. But like I said, guys, that's all I've got for this episode. So if you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like. Ferb7001 signing off. See you guys in the next vid.